Every show needs its Bennifer or Brangelina. After an unsuccessful attempt to secretly date them both, undaunted teen Devi, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, finally chooses between the brainy Jaren Lewison, and dreamboat Paxton, Darren Barnet, in the Season 2 finale of Never Have I Ever, now streaming on Netflix. Despite their hooking up in private, Paxton refuses to make his relationship with Devi official. That is, until their high school college counselor, Alexandra Billings, assures him that the unlikely couple actually make a great team, given Devi's help in his raising his grades through tutoring. In an inspired bit of rom-com hijinks, Paxton accidentally hits Devi with his car as he comes to the school dance to ask her to be his girlfriend. Love-struck and concussion-free, Devi walks back into the dance arm-in-arm with Paxton, much to the surprise of their classmates, including Ben, who still has feelings for Devi, even though has dating her new friend Anissa, Megan Surrey. Never Have I Ever Season 2 shows Terry's No One Way to Be Gay. Ramakrishnan, 19, already has a couple name in mind for Devi and her new beau. It's Paxton, right? Ramakrishnan says. Devi choosing Paxton makes sense, because she has been after this guy since the dawn of time. She's also just a teen who's still trying to figure out what she likes. She's not now some miraculously secure person that's going to be the best girlfriend. We have no idea what that's going to be like for her. Mindy Kaling, 42, co-created Never Have I Ever with Lang Fisher, and the series is loosely inspired by The Office alum's childhood as an Indian American. With its heightened emotions and 11th hour suggestion that Ben might have stood a chance with Devi, the season finale reminded me of Can't Hardly Wait and a bunch of 90s high school romantic comedies, Kaling says. It kind of captured that vibe to me. Kaling and Ramakrishnan discuss the Season 2 finale, favorite jokes and last-minute addition of model Gigi Hadid, who replaced Chrissy Teigen as the narrator of one episode following accusations of cyberbullying in May. Tennis star John McEnroe is the show's sardonic primary narrator. Mindy Kaling, in the first season, we had an episode where we got to see the interior life of Ben Gross, with an Andy Samberg narrated episode. We thought, in order to make this a fair fight, we need to learn more about Paxton, besides his hot body and pretty face. So that's why we did the episode where he finds out more about his own family's life and his grandfather's experience in Japanese internment camps. I think knowing some of his pain and why he makes some decisions and feels underestimated made it so that you three-dimensionalized both characters and you're rooting for both, Paxton and Ben. Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, they're both really good characters on their own that we get to see through Devi's eyes and appreciate that they're more than just the nerd and the hot guy. Kaling, she's obviously an incredibly famous model and someone who people think of in a certain way because of the way she walks on the catwalk or who she's dating or who her family is. Being gorgeous and underestimated just felt like a funny thing, plus she is a joy to work with and was a fan of the show. So we felt excited and blessed that she wanted to do it. Ramakrishnan, at the end of Season 1, she started to confront her grief. It doesn't go away magically, because that's not realistic. We've reached that breaking point where Devi has tried listening to her father's voice, and now that's not really working. She's tried getting his advice to apologize to people, but she didn't necessarily get that right. And now she sees him in her dream and she's wanting to be perfect. She's definitely able to make her mistakes, she is a bit of a mess, but she is, deep down, a really good kid. She doesn't want to disappoint anyone. Ramakrishnan, Ben was really hurt by Devi's actions in the beginning. But I do think the friendship between Ben and Devi is really sweet. There is a lot to unpack there and we do love the drama, so that's always on the table, going forward. Kaling, there's lots of different kinds of chemistry. You have the undeniable chemistry of a soaking wet, handsome man, like Paxton, who enters your bedroom and looks into your eyes. But then also the chemistry of people who just have really good timing and repartee, which I think Ben and Devi have. Kaling, I really like when we're reminded that Devi's a good student. There's this one line when Paxton comes in soaking wet and John McEnroe says, had he used well instead of good? It was like, yes, that's great. Your character does admire people who are smart and judges people who aren't, because she's so bright herself.